pick the device really based on the application that's being considered. They all have a different approach at this point, so they are not really interchangeable. But we do, work with all the major hardware platforms, whether it's Oculus or Google or HTC, Meta, Magic Leap, you name it, we've talked to them pretty much. And they all have some unique advantages and disadvantages. So from a service point of view, we obviously want to pick the best device for the client's application.
There's a wide variety of new devices that are entering the marketplace. Everything from the low end to things like Google Cardboard, to the mobile VR space with things like Samsung Gear and the Pixel, all the way up to room scale and HTC Vive, Oculus, Windows Mixed Reality. So there's a really broad swathe of devices that we have the ability to take advantage of. The nice thing is our software is portable across many of these different platforms. We just have to tweak them for different input devices. Some of them have them, some of them don't. Some of them use gestures, some of them use controllers. But it turns out that that's not really too much of a barrier. We're usually able to kind of translate our vision onto these different platforms. We've decided to remain agnostic to any particular platform because it's important for us to focus on the software experience and not get caught up on the hardware and that side of things. Having said that, different devices are a good match for different kind of solutions. So anytime you're adding information or annotating a physical object, something like a mixed reality device like the HoloLens or Meta or Magic Leap might be a better solution. If you're more focused around being immersed in data or having an experience where you want to transport somebody to a different place in their brain, then a virtual reality environment is a better option. Whether it's seated, where you could use something like the Gear VR or Pixel and you don't necessarily have to move through a space, or it's something more physical where maybe you do want them to feel like they're walking through an environment that they're actually not necessarily in. So yeah, these are the different kind of considerations we have to think through.
I think our starting point always is with the user and what the user is experiencing and what we want them to experience. And from there, we tailor that ideal into different devices that the client might have picked or we might have picked for the client. And that's a point where we're trying to take the ideal and constrain it into the reality of the feature set of the hardware. But starting from that user basis is also really helpful when you move from device to device. You know what the ideal scenario is, and if you want to move it to a different platform, you'll make different trade-offs, but ultimately the goal is still the same, to give them that particular perspective that you want the user to experience. So from an engineering point of view, we've been very successful in porting experiences from one platform to another.